Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, for today's lecture, we'll begin with one of the most fascinating fields in the criminology program. This is Introduction to Criminology, Crim 1, no? Crim 1 to. And if you're a criminology student or you intend to take the board exam or you simply someone who wants to deepen your understanding of crime. So this lecture is for you. So you grab your notes, you stay focused, and let's explore the world of criminology together, where we learn not only about crime, but also about the society, the behavior, and the human nature. Okay, but before that, do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe for more criminology lectures and review lessons. So far, this is the first panel. So let's get started, everyone. Okay, so let us define what is criminology. Okay, ano ba si criminology? What is criminal? There are lots of scholars, mga noted personalities, which is some of them, they have their definition of criminology. Okay, so let's start with Radio 1999, in which he defined criminology as a body of knowledge regarding delinquency and crime as a social phenomenon. So it may also, according to him, it may also refer to the study of crimes and criminals and the attempt of analyzing scientifically their causes and control and the treatment of criminals. Okay, when we say this one, delinquency, for a moment, asa man ni? Okay, sige. Okay, this one, delinquency. Let us elaborate this. Okay. Okay, this one, delinquency. What do you mean by delinquency? When we talk about delinquency, it simply means, no, juvenile delinquency. Malilink agad natin siya sa juvenile delinquency, which involves those acts that would be considered crimes if done by adults. So oftenly, when we talk about delinquency, we link it to juvenile delinquency. O, ano ba yung mga halimbawa ng mga delinquent acts, juvenile delinquent acts? The juvenile, from the word juvenile, youth, no? Okay, so like for example, stealing, common yan, no? Vandalism, and we even have truancy. So basically, delinquency is when a minor breaks the law or somehow he behaves badly in the ways that go against the social rules or the moral standards. Now that is delinquency. Okay? O, kunyari, the teenager, o, caught shoplifting, or let's say joining a gang that is involved in juvenile delinquency. Crime, you know already that crime, this is an act or omission that is punishable by law. Okay? Lahat yan. Okay, in simple words, according to Tradio in his definition of criminology, it is the study of crime. The study of crime and those people who commits crime or committed such crime. Okay, it looks at why crimes happen. Bakit ba merong krimen na nangyayari? What are the causes? Now, how society, society composed of people, tayo, no? Paano tayo naaapektuhan with those crime that is happening, no, in our environment or sa paligid natin? Okay, and how we can prevent and control them. Okay, it also includes studying how criminals, okay, paano ba yung mga criminals, how they are treated, and how they can be helped somehow to change their behavior. Okay, pwede pa ba yun? Okay, that's the definition of criminology according to Tradio. Okay, and we have another, Bartol. Eh, anyway, kahit na sobrang dami ng mga these scholars, these personalities, mga pioneers, criminologists, yung mga modern at saka yung luma, and even the one that is being defined by the new law that amended the RA 6506, lahat yan naman generically is study crimes and criminals, no? Okay? So, according to Bartol, meron lang talagang konting they have their own. Okay? Criminology is a multidisciplinary study of crimes. So, this means many disciplines are involved. Okay, so in other words, the criminology is the study of crime that uses ideas, no, from many different fields. This one, ano-ano ba itong mga field? Psychology, andyan si sociology, si anthropology. Okay, this means it doesn't just focus, no, on one area or subject. It includes from, kailangan natin si psychology. O bakit? What is the purpose? Okay, psychology, ano ba ibig sabihin ng psychology? How people think. Sociology, o how the society works. Okay, anthropology, this governs human behavior, the cultures. Biology, neurology, okay, how the body, it's all about the body and the brain, no? How the body and brain affect actions. Political science and economics. So, however, most of the time, criminology mainly relies on this one, sociology, psychology, and psychiatry to understand why crimes happen and how people behave. Okay? So, wag din natin kalimutan, uh, mayroon ding entry. Itong bigatin din to, no? Si Edwin Sutherland and Donald, that is Donald. Donald Cressy. Okay, they define criminology. This is the classic definition of criminology, no? They define criminology as a body of knowledge regarding delinquency, okay, as a social phenomenon. So, hindi nyo alam, sino ba ito si Edwin Sutherland? Isa yan sa mga pioneering American criminologists, no? Uh, do not forget na si Edwin Sutherland, he is behind the theory of the differential association, no? Or the differential association theory. So wherein, sabi niya, uh, that differential association theory, criminal behavior daw is learned. Okay, we learn it from where? Through our environment, through social interaction. Okay, but let's not linger that one. Maybe we were going to have another discussions on that. And Donald Cressy, okay, co-authored yun, silang dalawa, co-authored yun sila ng classic textbooks, which is The Principles of Criminology. Okay, let's get back to how they defined criminologists, okay? According to them, criminology includes the making of laws, the breaking of laws, and the reaction towards the breaking of law. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin to. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng the making of laws? Okay? This pertain to the examination of the nature and structures of laws in the society. So, the making of laws, it involves studying paano ba yung mga laws, yung mga batas, no? Paano ba? How these laws are formed? How these laws are structured in the society? Okay, to understand the causes of crime and to find ways to prevent it, to prevent such crime. Okay, the next one is the breaking of laws. Okay, what does it mean? This pertains to the examination of the reason of crime causation. So the breaking of laws, it studies why people commit crimes. Kahit na okay, ito na, merong batas. There is a law. And then bakit meron pa ring mga tao na patuloy pa ring lumalabag sa batas at gumagawa ng krimen? Why is such? That is the breaking of laws. It studies the way people commit crimes, even when laws exist. It focuses on the reasons behind criminal behavior and the reaction towards the breaking of laws. Now, it examines, this pertains to the study of how people, the criminal, and the government reacts. Okay? So, paano ba? Okay, it examines how the society, no, yung gobyerno natin, and the offenders, how they respond to crimes. Okay, helping develop ways to treat offenders and understand how these reactions can affect criminal behavior. Okay, so that is criminology. Okay, to sum it all up, criminology is a study of crimes and criminals. Okay, so we even have RA 11131 pa, no? Again, that this is the law that amends RA 6506 rather. Okay, it refers to scientific study of crimes, criminals, and victims. It also deals with the preventions and solutions of crimes. And there is another, ROFA 2017. Okay, criminology as a discipline is the study of crime. The criminal element. Ano ba yung element ng crime? You should know this one, ha? Its causes and the suppression and prevention of it. Okay, so let's proceed to another. Kulang yung ating study ng criminology kung hindi natin nalalaman, no? The origin of the word criminology. Okay, merong Latin, merong Greek word. Okay, crimen, that is the Latin word of meaning crime. Greek word, okay, we have logos, meaning to study. So therefore, criminology is to study crime. This one, crimen and logy. Okay? And ito pa, meron si this one, si Rafael Garofalo, si Paul Topinard. So he coined the term criminologia. Si Rafael Garofalo and Paul Topinard, he used the term criminology in French. Criminology. I don't know how to pronounce this one in French, no? Okay, for the first time. So that's the highlights of the word criminology. Okay, let's just glance that one. Okay, and in criminology class, specifically in the criminology program, we have these major areas, no? 6 areas of the study in criminology, which is lahat yan, pag natapos mo yung Bachelor of Science in Criminology na program is, itong 6 na ito, the criminology, sociology of law, the penology, forensic science, CDI, LEIA, okay? Lahat yan is pagdadaanan mo yan or from your first to fourth year, itong mga subjects na ito, this is not in particular order, ha? Okay, automatic to. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so this one, criminal etiology. Criminal etiology. What is criminal etiology? From the word etiology. Okay, this is an attempt, no, at scientific analysis of the causes of crime, the study of criminal behavior. So noon, that this is CrimSoc, no? Criminal sociology. Ngayon, criminology na yung bagong term, no, ng area na ito. Okay, so we have criminology. Isa nito, Crim 1. Okay, this is one, Crim 1. Theories of crime, that is Crim 2, if I'm not mistaken, no? Then we have human behavior and victimology, we have juveniles. Okay, those mga abnormal behaviors na nandiyan sa what's that subject na yan or course na yan. Okay, and then juvenile delinquency, juvenile justice, which is we have RA 9344. Those are being discussed now in that subject, particular subject. Dispute resolution, nandiyan yung mga katarungan pambarangay, the local government code, yung mga settlements, okay, and research. Okay? Yan yung under ng area ng criminal ethology or criminology. And then we have another area which is the sociology of law. Okay, this is CLJ rather, criminal jurisprudence and procedure. Okay, so that is the number 2. It attempts naman to analysis no, of the condition of the criminal laws. Meron tayong criminal laws, book 1, book 2, and we even have this one. CLJ1, CJS, the Introduction to Criminal Justice System, Human Rights, Criminal Procedure, Court Testimony, and Criminal Evidence. Okay, so let's just skip this one. Next is, okay, let's talk now about the nature of criminology. Oh, what do you mean by nature? Kung sa Bisaya pa, kinaiyahan, no? Kinaiyahan. So may kinaiyahan sa criminology, right? So the nature of criminology, there are 4. Okay, one of that is criminology is an applied science. Criminology is not a science in itself, but rather it is an applied science. Now, understanding crime, no, this is not easy. It's just like studying any other complex topic, no. So that is why to understand it well, criminology uses different kinds of knowledge and methods, and one of this one is one nature is an applied science. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng applied science? Pag sinabing applied science, it talks about social and natural sciences. No? Wherein it help to study and detect crimes. Okay, so the criminology uses ideas and tools from other sciences. Kailangan natin yung other sciences. Ano-ano ba yung mga other sciences na ito? Okay, like for example, psychology, okay, sociology, anthropology. It help these sciences, this kaning gimension nako no, ilan na that I mentioned a while ago. It help, no, it explain why people commit crimes. Okay, so say for example, pag si investigator he used DNA testing. So, syempre, kailangan natin ng other sciences. Sino ba yung, what particular science? Chemist rather, no? Okay? To identify a suspect or apply psychological profiling to understand a criminal behavior. Okay? It shows how criminology applies scientific methods from other fields to explain and solve crimes. So it cannot stand alone, kumbaga. So kailangan natin ng ibang sciences to solve crimes, ibang fields. Okay? Uh, another nature of criminology. Criminology is a social science. Pag sinabing social science, ano ba to? Okay, crime is a societal creation. Since crime is a societal creation, sino ba yung gumawa ng krimen? 'Di ba? Yung mga tao. Saan ba nakatira yung mga tao? Sa society. Since sila naman yung gumagawa, no? Right? So, crimes happens within society and somehow it affects people. So criminology, therefore, is a part of social sciences. Okay, I hope you got it clear. Okay, it studies how the people's behavior, the culture, and environment influence crime. Right? So, say for example, studying how poverty, mga pressure or mga family problems, no, it leads some people to commit crimes. Okay? Kasi yung iba, usually sa mga slums, no? Ay yung mga lugar na maraming mga, this one, poverty. Okay? Lisod-lisod nga area. Okay? It shows that criminology is a social science. Okay? One of the reason, there are other factors aside from that, magod, no, everyone. Okay, poverty, isa talaga yan sa reason kung bakit yung tao is gagawa ng krimen. Kasi Ikaw ba naman magutom, no? Ikaw ba naman magutom? Siyempre gagawin mo lahat. Gagawin mo lahat para, okay, just to suffice your needs. Okay? So, therefore, criminology is a social science because it examines how social conditions and human behavior influence criminal acts. Okay, another nature of criminology, dynamic. From the word dynamic, ano ibig sabihin ng dynamic? Dynamic means change. So, there is an adaptation to that change. Isa yan sa nature ng criminology that it should be adapting to the change. Criminology changes over time. Hindi yan mananatiling medieval era. Hindi yan mananatiling sa ni old era. Okay? Marami nang nangyayari ngayon. There are advances, technologies, no? Advancement of technologies. So that tayo is the criminology is as its nature dapat advance din, no? Kaya as society, the technology and other sciences advance, criminology also develops new ways. Oh, yan. New ways to understand and prevent crime. All of that is ang purpose lang naman is to prevent crime, no? To stop crime. Okay, for a moment. Right? Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so see for where we in? So dynamic, no? Okay, see for example, the use of modern technology, like ano ba, CCTV. We have cybercrime investigation. Wala namang cybercrime noon eh. So ngayon, syempre alangan namang mananatiling yung ating law enforcement is mananatiling as makaluma. Okay? Hindi niya i-embrace kung anong meron ngayon. We even have digital forensics. Okay? It shows that criminology is dynamic as it continuously adapts to the new forms of crimes and advancement in the society. Okay? So criminology evolves with society so long as advances in other sciences. Okay, so another nature of criminology is it is nationalistic. From the word nationalistic. So study of crime must always be in relation with the existing criminal law within the territory. Speaking of criminal law, we have this Act number 3815, which is composed of Book 1 and Book 2. So the nationalistic as its nature is one of the nature of criminology. Now, the study of crime depends on a country's own laws. Hindi pwedeng sa ibang country. Eh, dapat within, no, in the Philippines. Okay, what is considered a crime? There are instances, no, that is what is considered a crime in one country may not be the same in another. That is why it should be nationalistic. No, so criminology must always be connected to the laws of its own nation. Hindi pwedeng iba. Okay, so for example, no, in our country, in the Philippines, meron tayong tinatawag na jaywalking, no? Some countries is hindi yan crimes, no? Yung jaywalking or illegal gambling, meron tayong there is law, no, that punishes illegal gambling. But in some countries, they may not be punished. Say for example, in that way. So this shows that criminology is nationalistic because it is based on a nation's own laws and the nation's own legal system. Okay, I hope that is clear. Okay, next is object of interest. Let's talk about object of interest in criminology, or let's talk about laws, crime, the criminals, the criminal behavior, and the victim. Okay, let's start with the law. Okay, ano ba yung, what is law? What is law? It is defined as the system of rules which a particular country or community recognizes as regulating the actions of its members and which it may enforce by the imposition of, okay, penalties. Okay, so laws is, or the law is a set of rules, that a country or a community, it follows, follow that one. Bakit kailangang i-follow? To control people's actions, and punish those who break them. Okay, that's basically the definition of law. And speaking of law, kailangan nating pag-usapan yung mga early codes, bago tayo merong criminal law ngayon, bago tayo merong Act number 3815, iba marami munang pinagdaanan niyan, Let's talk about some, let's just glance, the evolution of criminal laws. Okay, so how laws about crime and punishment have changed and developed over time, just to fit the needs of the society. Okay, let's start with the early codes. Meron tayong this one, the Code of Hammurabi. Let's just split those primitive, codes or laws. Okay, let's talk about Code of Hammurabi. Yung Code of Hammurabi, which is noon pa yan, anong era pa yan, pero ngayon, buhay na buhay, pinag-usapan pa rin, Code of Hammurabi, the punishment should be the same, okay, as the harm inflicted on the victim. Okay, this Code of Hammurabi, this is one of, if you do not know, isa ito sa mga earliest, one of the most complete written legal codes in the history. So it is composed during, if you know, the reign, the reign of King Hammurabi, Babylon. That is Babylon, if I'm not mistaken, that is around 1750 or 50 plus, Okay, BC. This Code of Hammurabi is famous for its principle of retributive justice. Okay, retributive. Yun yung famous niya, retributive, Okay, retributive justice. Okay, it exemplified by the eye for an eye concept, More like kung buhay ang kinuha, buhay din ang kabayaran, More like that. It reflects social hierarchies by assigning different penalties, based on social class and gender, and was publicly displayed to ensure everyone knew the law. Okay, that is basically the Code of Hammurabi, or Lex Talionis, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Okay, a tooth for a tooth. Okay, Derita. Code of Draco. Another is the Code of Draco. Okay, prescribe death as the punishment even for minor offenses. Okay, and was eventually replaced by the more moderate laws, is Solon, katong sa Solon, Okay, actually class, this Code of Draco, it is also known as Draconian Constitution. It was the first written law code sa Athens naman to. Kanina is the Hammurabi is in Babylon. This one is in ancient Athens, it was introduced way more earlier than the Code of Hammurabi, by legislator Draco, that Draco's code, it was known for being very harsh, giving the death penalty even for minor crimes. Diba? Grabe, This is why the word draconian today, it means too strict, or severe laws or punishments. Kung naririnig nyo yan. Okay, so another is, we have the Mosaic Code. Let's just glance through these early codes. Okay, Mosaic Code. Because the punishments varied depending on the offense. So this Mosaic Code is a set of laws and commandments from the word Mosaic, given by God to Moses. If you're familiar with that, Moses, di ba? Sa Mount Sinai, okay, it guided the religious, the moral, the social life of the Israelites. And it is recorded in the first 5 books of the Bible. Okay? Kung nalalaman niyo yan. Okay, the Mosaic law includes moral, religious, no, mga civil roles with the Ten Commandments at its core, wherein it set basic moral duties. Ano ba yung nandun? Isa sa mga nandun, no? Like, not killing, not stealing, no? Or wag mag-commit ng adultery. Isa yan. Okay? Next is we have another is the Rome's 12 tables. Now, it emphasized the early importance of codified laws, no? Citizens' rights, and consistent application of justice. Okay, the Rome's 12 tables, nakita yan, 12, no? This picture, yun yung luma, no? Okay, 12 yan lahat. Okay, these were the first written laws of the ancient Rome. They were made, no, because the common citizens wanted to limit the aristocrats' power. So that is why a group called Decemviri wrote the laws. So, yun yung nakikita nyo dyan, yung mga picture na yan, no? Using ideas from Greek city laws, no, like Athens. Okay? That 12 tables, no, it were written on 12 bronze tablets and displayed publicly so that lahat ng mga Romans, they could know the law. Okay? They covered ilan sa mga law dyan. They covered family, property, legal procedures, crimes, including religions, no? Protecting property rights, maintaining social order, and giving common citizens some legal rights. All right? So now let's talk now about the sa law pa tayo, no? Characteristics of criminal law. This one, which is Act number 3815 yan, composed of Book 1 and Book 2. Okay? Characteristics of criminal law: generality, territoriality, and prospectivity. Basta tandaan nyo lang. Anyway, actually class, these are being or would be discussed in your CLJ 3 subject or course. This is formally discussed, no, in that particular subject. But let's just glance. So when we say generality, tandaan nyo lang pa sa generality, no, persons. Okay, all persons. Okay, penal laws and those of public security and safety shall be obligatory upon all person, lahat ng tao na nakatira, no, within the Philippine territory or sojourn. They are subject to the principles of, okay, criminal law. Okay, I will give you more ideas and knowledge about this one. Okay, so generality, it doesn't matter kung you are a foreigner. Okay? Okay? Hindi na yan magmamatter. Isang ngalan nga unsa man, at the time of the commission of the crime, kahit na sabihin mo, I am an American citizen, you cannot arrest me here in the Philippines, no, because I am not a Filipino citizen. Okay, sa ngalan nga, where did you commit such crime? You are in the Philippines. You are within the Philippine territory. Okay, so it is what? It punishes such person. Okay, kahit na you are a foreign citizen, sa ngalan nga nakakommit ka og krimen, no, within the Philippines. So then therefore, you can be arrested. Okay, you can be arrested in our country or in the Philippines. Okay, the territoriality is, anyway, there are exemptions for the, no, mga exemptions like law of preferential applications, no, mga immunities. Okay, those are the exceptions. And the territoriality. What is territoriality? Penal laws take effect only within the limits of the Philippine territory. It cannot penalize a crime that is committed outside the country, okay, even if the same be committed by any of its citizen. Okay, So, lahat ng krimen na hindi naman, kahit na sabihing Filipino citizens ka, kung hindi naman yan nangyari, no? Within the country, within the territory of the Philippines, then that cannot be tried in our court. Okay? We do not have jurisdiction of that. Okay? So, territoriality, what governs is our penal laws shall take effect only within the Philippine territory. That's the general rule. Pero pag sinabing general rule, laging may exception yan. It isn't absolute. Okay? Iilan sa mga exception na yan is if the crime committed in the high seas, then the one who bears the flag is the one na merong jurisdiction. Okay? Next is the prospectivity. Okay, the law shall not have any retroactive effect. Hindi pwedeng pabalik yung ating criminal law, yung ating law. No, laging pasulong yan. Hindi pwedeng paurong. Meron nga tayong Latin term na lex prospecet non respecet. Okay, the law looks forward, not backward. Okay, so this unless the contrary is provided. So, merong ano yan, since that is a general rule, so laging may exception yan. Okay? Unless if it is favor with the accused, no? Pwedeng bigyan ng retroactive effect. Okay, again, tandaan nyo ba sa territoriality, within the place. Okay? Okay, within the place. Pag sinabing prospectivity or within the territory, pag sinabing prospectivity is no retroactive effect. Okay? I'm having a hard time for this one. No? This is my first time conducting or recording such discussion. No? Okay. Anyway, there's always a first time. Okay. Let's continue with this one. No? The crime. Oh, we're done with the laws. No, let's talk about crime. Ano ba yung krimen? Anti-social act. Sinabi anti-social act against the norms of the society, against the nakasanayan ng society, an act that is injurious, okay, detrimental, harmful. It could harm. Sino yung i-harm niya? Tayo, no? Okay? And psychologically, crime is an act which is considered undesirable due to, or it could be like this, no? Due to behavioral maladjustment of the offender. From the word mal, no? There is an abnormality, no? Okay, or it is caused by maladaptive or abnormal behavior. Okay, crime is also a generic name, no, that refers to offense, if you know, felony, delinquency, or misdemeanor. Okay, so we have this offense, felony, delinquency, and infraction. Okay, when we say offense, tandaan nyo lang ba sa offense, acts or omission that is punishable by, okay, special laws. Pag felony, RPC, meron tayong Act 3815. I need to buy better mouse, no? Sa susunod. Okay, and then, delinquency. Simple rules and regulation. And then, infraction is punishable by this one, city or municipal ordinances. So, it is usually this delinquency and misdemeanor. Okay, this is usually referring to acts committed by minor offenders, no? And this offense is special law. Tandaan nyo yan, special law. Special law is a statute that is enacted by the Congress. Of course, no? Meron tayong mga Republic Acts, meron tayong mga PDs, mga executive orders, mga memorandum circulars. Okay, so let's proceed to the criminological classification of crime. Okay, so crimes are classified in order to focus a better understanding on their existence. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na acquisitive and extinctive crimes. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng acquisitive? Basta acquisitive, from the word acquisitive, yung root word niya acquire, no? From the word acquire, merong nakukuha na something in return. Okay? Acquire something. From the word acquisitive, merong nakuha. Okay? As a consequence of his criminal act. So, ano ba yung example nito? Thief. Okay? Thief. Ano ba yung thief? Pag nanakaw. Okay? When someone steals money or nagnakaw ka ng mga gold or mga bracelets or mga jewelries, you gain something. You gain something as a result of committing the crimes. So that is basically acquisitive crime because you acquire something, as a consequence of your criminal act. Why is it criminal act? Theft. Theft is being punished under our law. So it is therefore a criminal act. Okay? Kung walang batas na nagpapunish ng theft, so then therefore, that act na ginawa mo is hindi criminal act. Pero since we have such laws, then that is considered as a crime. And that is an acquisitive crime. Okay? Tandaan nyo, nulum krimen, nula pwena sinilihin. There is no crime when there is no law punishing it. It should have a law that punishes such act. Right? And while the extinctive, ay, ano ba yung tatandaan nyo sa extinctive? Okay, destruction. Okay, it is when the result of your criminal act is destruction. So for example, arson. Kung hindi nyo pa alam, yung arson is intentionally burning a person's house, no? Okay, when someone sets a building on fire, so ano mangyayari sa property? Ma-destroy yung property. So it makes the crime extinctive because the result is there is destruction. Okay? I hope that is clear. Next is seasonal and situational crimes. Kaya ano namang kaibahan ng seasonal crimes and situational? Pag seasonal, only certain period of the year. Merong mga season, no? Marami tayong season wherein that crime will be committed only during that season. Situational, when given a situation conducive to its commission. Situational, merong mga situation, okay, that makes you easier to commit such crimes. So for example, shoplifting. I mean, shoplifting, yung pagnanakaw, kunyari punta ka sa mall, no, or sa mga department store, at kunyari merong power outage. Okay? Kunyari nag-blackout, or during blackout, no, nag-shoplift ka. So there is an opportunity. There is that situation nga nag-block out. No? The crimes happens only because the situations makes it easier to commit a crime. Ano ba yung situation? No? Darkness. Syempre, nag-blackout, madilim. Or nag-brown out, madilim. So you have your chance. Okay? You know that the one of the elements of crime is opportunity. Or check the opportunity. Okay? Pag check yung tatlo, then therefore, it resulted into crime. And then another is lack of security. Siyempre, pag madilim, nag-brown out yung security dyan, aside sa walang CCTV, hindi function, maliban na lang kung automatic yung generator or it could be, siyempre, maraming aatenan ng security. Okay, the personnel or the guard. Okay, that is one of the reason. Okay, those are example, or that is an example of situational crime that is committed only when a given situation is conducive to its commission. Okay, next, episodic and instant crimes. Okay, ano naman yung difference ng episodic at instant? Okay, pag sinabing episodic, serial crimes. Lengthy space of time. Okay? Serial crimes, they are committed by series of acts. Pag sinabing series of acts, hindi lang iisang act. Kung hindi series, marami. Okay, for example, there is this serial theft. Tina-target niya yung sari-sari stores and different barangays no, over several months. Okay, that is an episodic crimes. No, as the criminal acts occurs repeatedly over time. Pag sinabing instant, shortest possible time. Okay, shortest. Ano ba yung shortest? Ano ba yung mga krimen na pwedeng gawin in a shortest possible time? Yung pag-snatch, no? Snatching a bag or a handbag rather, on the street. Okay, the crime happens very quickly. O, meron bang pa-slow mo na snatch? O, wala naman siguro, no? Snatching is mabilisan yun, eh. Snatch nga, eh. Okay, so the crime happens very quickly. It makes it an instant crime. That is an example of an instant crime. Okay, next is static and continuing crimes. Ano naman? Only in one place. Yung tatandaan nyo lang, pag static, only in one place. Pag continuing, okay, several places. Okay, ano ba yung basic example ng static crimes? So, or static crimes that may be committed only in one place. Or say, for example, illegal gambling in a specific casino. Oh, so the crime happens only yung dyan sa specific house na yan or sa specific location na yan. No, that makes it a static crime. Okay? Continuing, hindi lang isang place kundi several places. Okay? So, for example, ano ba yung crime na pwedeng gawin, no? Or can be committed in several places? O yung pagbebenta ng drugs, no? Pinagbabawal na gamot. Okay, so we have such laws now. We have RA 9165, no? For that. Yung peddler, street peddler. Okay, illegal drugs selling by a street peddler. Okay, so the crime happens in multiple locations. Okay, that makes it a continuing crime. Okay, next, rational and irrational crimes. So, madali nyo lang tandaan yan from the word rational. There is an intent. There is full capacity of your mental content, no? Irrational, without intent. Okay? Rational crimes are those committed with intent. No, offender is in full possession of his mental faculties or capabilities. So, ano ba yung example nito? Fraud, no? Embezzlement. Fraud, no? The offender plans and deliberately carries out the crime of fraud, no? He knows. Alam niya, fraud nga eh. Okay, he show full awareness and intent. Alam niya. So, that makes it a rational crime. While irrational crimes, okay, committed without intent. Okay, so, walang intensyon. Ano ba yung mga crime that committed without intent? Na yung offender he does not know the nature of his act. For example, yung accidental killing. Kunyari is A at B. Nag-away si A at B and then in that moment, okay, accident happens. Let's say, nabaril niya or na-stab niya. Meron siyang nagawa na naka-hurt, no? Naka-hurt kay B. Something like that during a fight. No? Accidental killing during a fight. So the offender didn't intend to kill and may not fully understand the consequences. That makes it an irrational crimes. No? But you have to know that if ganyan yung circumstances, it falls into justifying circumstances. No? Self-defense. So, papasok si self-defense. Okay? Ano ba yung self-defense? Dinipinsahan mo yung life mo. You preserve your life, which is, yun yung pinaka-importante. No? Under the law, that is Article 11 no, of Act 3815. So, under the law, pag sinabing justified, it's just like wala kang na-transgress na law. No? Wala kang nalabag na law. kahit na meron kang nagawang criminal act, no? I mean, yung pagsaksak, no? Pagsaksak mo dun sa tao just to preserve your life, no? Under the law, under that Article 11, okay, you have no criminal liability. Plus, you have no civil liability. Laging kakambal sana ng civil liability si criminal But under justifying, ay wala. Both, no? Both, wala kang liability, criminal and civil. Sinasabi isa sa Article 100, no, if the person is criminally liable, he is also civilly liable, but it does not apply, no, into such kanang self-defense, no, Article 11. Anyway, those are being discussed again, or will be discussed rather, in your criminal law book 1 subject or course. Okay, so let's proceed to where are we in? White collar. Okay, white collar and blue collar crimes. Okay, pag sinabing white collar, ano yan? White. White. Pag sinabing blue, blue. Okay, yun ba? Okay, white collar crimes are those committed by a person of responsibility and of upper socio-economic class in the course of their occupational activities. Ano yan? Upper socio-economic, person of responsibility. Say, for example, a bank manager, no? He manipulate accounts to steal his clients or to steal clients, no? Or to steal clients' money. Okay, he is committing a white collar crime, no? Because he is a person, it involves a person of responsibility. Ginamit niya yung posisyon niya for personal gain. Ano ba yung posisyon niya? He is a manager. Okay, minanipulate niya yung account para magnakaw doon sa pera ng mga kliyente, no? Okay, it involves person of responsibility. It makes it white collar crimes. Okay? Pag sinabing blue collar crime, this is just merely ordinary professionals. Okay, just to maintain their livelihood. Maintain their livelihood pa, no? Pag nanakaw, that is one of the example. Hindi naman kailangan pag-isipan yan, no? Ay hindi naman kailangan person of responsibility yan, no? Okay, snatching, no? Those are blue collar crimes. Okay, next is upper world and underworld crimes. Okay, so upper world crimes, basically those committed by individuals belonging to the upper class of society. Underworld, okay, lower or underprivileged class, mga poorest of the poor, no? Crimes by imitation and crimes by passion. Anong kaibahan? Crimes by imitations are crimes committed by merely duplication. Imitate, ginaya mo. Okay, you copy another action, another person's, you copy the actions of another person's, no? Imitate, from the word imitation, imitate. Kasi for example, the teenager, no, nag-shoplift yung teenager after seeing his peers na ginawa yun. Okay, he is committing a crime by imitation. Excuse me. Okay, saan niya ba yun na-learn? Okay, kasi nakikita niya lang din. Okay, for a moment. Okay, next. Crime by passion. Okay, are crimes committed because of the feat of great emotions. Okay, ano ba yan? Okay, the person is, this one, great emotion. Nagawa mo lang yan kasi ano yung naghari sa'yo ng panahon na ginawa mo yung criminal act or yung krimen. Okay, you are governed by your emotion. It could be sobra yung galit mo sa time na yan, or it could be jealousy, no? Any of those emotion could be the reason why you consummate the crime or you pursue the crime, no? Okay, that is crime by passion. Okay, example nito mm, yung pinaka-common, no? Yung, for example, mag-asawa. Nakita niya yung kanyang asawang babae, merong ka-sexual intercourse, no? Merong ka-love making na ibang tao, hindi siya. So, pagkakita niya, anong nagawa niya, anong ginawa niya, okay, kumuha siya ng baril or anything no, that could harm both persons. O, nabaril niya yung lalaki, no? Or it could be babae, no? Or yung partner. Okay? So, bakit niya nagawa yun? Because of his great emotions. No? What is the reason? Okay? His fit of great emotions. Yung emosyon na yung panahon na yun, galit, no? Anger, lahat-lahat na, no? Okay, so, pag ganyan kasi klase, parang ano ba, no? Kung sa Bisaya pa, mapanglimutan ka ba, no? Hindi mo na alam kung anong nasa isip mo. Basta kayong at that moment, yung naghari sa iyo is galit. And then the feeling na gusto mong mag-revenge, no? At that moment. Okay, that is crime by passions. Okay, nagawa mo yun because of the feat of great emotions. Okay? So much for that. Now let's proceed now to meron pa. Okay. Okay, the service crimes, no? Service crimes. Hindi ko na alam paano ba to. Okay, I don't know paano ibalik yun. Basta service crimes, so service crimes refers to last, no, under the um, continuation of those topic that I mentioned a while ago. Okay, service crimes refers to crimes committed through rendition of a service to satisfy desire of another. Okay, kunyari yung prostitution, no? That is one of the example of service crimes. Okay, now let's proceed now to the criminal. Okay, sino ba si criminal? A person who committed a crime and has been convicted by a court for violation of a criminal law. Okay, a person who violated the social norm. It could have another different definition. Okay, but the question is, when can you brand a person as a criminal? Kunyari, can you brand a person as a criminal? Kunyari, nakita mo si A na binaril niya si B, tatawagin mo na agad siyang criminal. So, meron tayong tinatawag na due process of law, no? Okay, wherein, meron pang pagdadaan na niyan bago mo ma-brand na criminal yung person. Okay, you cannot brand a person as a criminal if there is no final judgment of the court that that person is really committing such crime based on the evidence, is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. That is under the law. Saka mo lang yung pwedeng tawagin na criminal. So these are the terms I want you to familiarize, the terms that is associated by the word criminal, no? Hindi ko naman alam, no? Paano to ibalik. Okay. Basta, kung di ba we have 5 pillars, no? Kung alam niyo yung CJS, Criminal Justice System, meron tayong 5 pillars. The law enforcement, prosecution, court, correction, and community. Kung nasa first pillar pa na level is, okay, suspect pa, no? Suspect pa. Okay, and then, pag sa second pillar na, respondent na yung tawag sa taong yun, no? Respondent. And then, pag sa court na pillar, or dyan nakarating na sa court, ang tawag na sa person na yan is an accused, akusado na talaga. And then, pag ma-found guilty by the court, convict na, no? Pag nakalabas na-serve niya na yung sentence na, okay, ex-convict. Okay, or it could be, meron tayong non-institutional corrections, no? Petitioner, or it could be probationer, no? Okay, let's talk now about the victim. Okay, the victim. Sino ba si victim? The person who suffers injury, loss, or death. Okay? Or anyone who is harmed by or made to suffer from an act. Okay? Persons who individually or collectively have suffered harm. No, ano ba yung harm? It does not limit to physical. It also include mental injury, emotional suffering, economic loss, and others. Okay, that is self-explanatory. And they said that the victim is the forgotten person of the sages. Just that is just one thing. No? Okay, let's proceed now to our last topics of the part one of our discussion, the school of thoughts in criminology. Ito talaga, classical school or the classical theory or the classical school of criminology. Ano ba si classical? Sino ba yung founder ng classical? Okay, si Cesar Beccaria. Hindi si Cesar Lombroso ha. Yung father of criminology, hindi si Cesar Beccaria, kundi si Cesar Lombroso. Okay? So, the founder of this is Cesar Beccaria and Jeremy Bentham. Bakit kasali si Jeremy Bentham? Kasi siya yung sa plain and pleasure principle or hedonistic or hedonism or theory of utilitarianism, no? Or the pain and pleasure principle. Yan naman yung sa kanya. Okay? So, this one, classical. Ano maybe sabihin ng classical school? Or ano ba yung principles, no? Or concept ng theory na ito or ng school of thought na ito. Okay, men are fundamentally a biological organism with intelligence and rationality which control their behavior. Tandaan nyo lang, basta sa classical, human free will. Okay, human free will yan. No, it is based on the idea that individuals are rational beings. No, individual are rational beings with free will that is presumed who consciously make choices. Okay? Consciously makes choices. Kaya kasama na yan yung choice to commit crimes. Okay? Yan yung concept ng classical, no? Okay, we have free will. Okay, and pag sinabing we have free will, we are conscious to make choices. At kasama na yan again, yung choose natin or choice natin to commit crimes. Now, this school of thought believes, this classical school believes that crimes happen because people freely choose it, no? Weighing the benefits of the crimes against the rest of the punishment. Okay, human free will. No, everyone is responsible for his own act. Every mistake or violation of law, one has to suffer the penalty imposed. Those are the concept of the classical school. No, that okay, ano bang kaibahan? If we are to differentiate the classical criminology to positivist criminology, meron tayong tinatawag na positivist school or positivist school of thought, no? Ano ba yung kaibahan nitong dalawa? Again, yung basis no ng classical criminology is free will, rational choice. Do not forget that one. When in the positive criminology, okay, merong mga determinism, no? Iba't ibang determinism like biological, mga psychological, or mga social factors. Yan yung basis, hindi free will, no? Okay, and they view crime as rational violation of a social contract. No, while the positivist school, they view crime as a cause or the crime caused by factors beyond control. Merong ibang factors na hindi natin kontrolado. Yun yung concept ng positivist theory, no? While the focus of the classical criminology is the criminal act. Okay, it doesn't matter kung sino yung gumawa ng krimen or kung sino yung gumawa ng criminal act. It doesn't matter at all, no? Titingnan lang yung criminal act niya. Okay, nagnakaw ba yan, pumatay ba yan, or nag-rape ba yan? Yan lang. It doesn't matter who. Sinong gumawa? Is it a minor? Is it an insane person? Okay? Is it a senile or old person? Ay, hindi yan tinitingnan. Ay masyadong harsh, no? Okay, well, the positivist criminology, the offender and causes of, the focus is the offender and causes of criminal behavior. Okay? So, tinitingnan sino ba yung offender? The classical criminology, the thought of that is the punishment should fit to the crime. The punishment should fit to the crime. Okay, well, the other one around is the act, no? Okay, so the punishment approach of the classical criminology is deterrence, no? Deterrence talaga. Pag sinabing deterrence, para hindi ka na pamarisa, no? Theory of control talaga ito. Para hindi ka na pamarisa ng iba. So that is why this is harsh, no? And it is proportionate to the crime committed. Okay, well, the positivist criminology, the punishment approach is treatment. Yun lang, treatment, rehabilitation, no, individualized response, because they believe, the scholars believe under this positivist school, no, that man, these criminals or these persons, this, okay, yung mga criminal na ito, they treated as a sick person that needs to be treated. At saka saan yan pwedeng i-treat? Okay, sa rehabilitation or rehabilitation center, no? Okay, that is the punishment approach of the positivist criminology. So as to legal equality of the classical school, equal treatment under the law. Now, regardless of the circumstances, whether you are minor, okay, or not, or whether you are sane or not, now regardless of the circumstances, equal treatment under the law. Okay, well, the legal equality of the positivist criminology, okay, different treatment according to the offender's condition. Titingnan. Now, titingnan ko ano ba yung condition ng offender. Okay, baka naman there is an absence of intelligence. Abay, walang under the law, no? Pag absence of intelligence, ano mangyayari? Diba? If the mind is not criminal, okay, then there's no criminal liability, no? Okay. And next is the neoclassical. Okay, neoclassical. Alright, so sino naman yung founder ng neoclassical? Okay, it is si Gabriel Tarde. Okay, tired na siya. Same with me. Okay, the neoclassical, modification. The neoclassical is a modification of the classical school. Pag sinabing modified, there is change, no? Merong binago, okay? Or just a simple modification of the doctrine of free will, no? By stating that free will of man may be affected by other factors and crime is committed due to some compelling reasons that prevail. Okay, the neoclassical school believes, no, that people weigh the costs and benefits, no, before committing crimes. Okay, but not everyone can make fully rational choices. That's according to that's what's the neoclassical believes, no? Kaya meron tayong mga mitigating circumstances wherein it can reduce responsibility na if ano ba yung modification ng neoclassical, okay, given na merong ginawang krimen, merong ginawang criminal act, but considering the fact na nagawa ng person na yon, yung criminal act na yon because of some mental illness, or juries, or what do you mean by juries? Somebody is forcing that person to commit such act, which is irresistible force or uncontrollable impulse, no, something like that. Okay, mental illness, ano ba yung mental? Insane person. Okay, he is not aware of his action. It can be mitigating circumstances. It could mitigate. Okay, so crime is influenced by both free will and factors, no? That's the concept of the neoclassical. That the punishment should be fair and consider individual circumstances. Okay, while the classical criminology or the classical school, it does not consider individual circumstances. Tandaan niyo, it does not, no? While the neoclassical, it is, no? It supports deterrence, it supports rehabilitation, it supports mitigations. Okay, so that's according to Gabriel Tardy, no? He noted, no, that crime is shaped by social interaction and imitation. Okay, so what is the difference? What is the different again, or the difference again, the about the neoclassical and the classical school? No, to sum it all up, no, the neoclassical school differs from the classical school by recognizing, no, that a person's age, ang iyahang or yung mental state niya, yung environment, it can affect their ability to make rational choices. Okay, merong other factors no why such person committed such crime. But the two school, the classical and the neoclassical, okay, both believe that people have free will. No, but the neoclassical view, it considers personal circumstances. Meron siyang kinonsider na mga personal circumstances na nakaka-impluwensya, no, ng criminal behavior ng isang person. Right? Okay, so let's proceed to, I hope that's clear, no? Positivist school. Okay, si Cesar Lombroso naman, no, he is the founder of the Positivist school. This school believes that crime can be identified and explained through scientific methods naman, no? Scientific methods naman yung positivist school. It believes that crime is caused by factors beyond a person's control. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga scientific methods? Biology, no? Rather than free will. Rather than free will. That is not the basis, no? So it focuses on studying the causes of criminal behavior scientifically. Okay, kagaya nito, merong three classes of criminals, no? Okay, just to understand why people commit crimes. Pag alam natin yung rason, it believes, no? They believe, pag alam yung rason kung bakit nag-commit ng crime yung persons, you know, or they know how to rehabilitate offenders, no? Instead of just punishing them. Merong classify si Lombroso na three classes of criminals, no? Born criminals, insane criminals, and criminaloids, no? Born criminals because of atavistic stigmata. Okay, insane. Baka naman nagawa niya yun because of brain defect, no? Those are insane criminals. Okay? Do not forget positivist scientific methods. Okay? Applying scientific methods, okay, rather than just solely, no, believing in free will like the classical school do. And while the neoclassical believe as well, but just as meron lang konting modification. No? Okay, so let's proceed to the Lacazan School of Criminology. Okay, the Lacazan School of Criminology. Sino yung founder? Si Alexander Lacazan, no? Way back, 1885. So this Lacazan School of Criminology, no, ito talaga yung pinaka major rival, no, ng Italian school ni Cesar Lombroso. It is known as Italian school kasi yung positivist school, no? Okay? Ito yung pinaka-rival, the Lacazan School of Criminology, no? It emphasized the importance of the social environment as the breeding ground. Oh, ito naman yung concept ng Lacazan, no? Breeding ground yung social environment. Kaya unlike Lombroso, na naniniwala si Lombroso na people are born criminals, no? Si Lacazan naman, he taught that crime is shaped by a person's social environment. Saan ba yung lumaki yung person na yan? Anong environment ng person na yan? Now, he compared the criminal to a microbe, no, microbio, a germs, no, and society, no, to the culture medium, meaning that crime grows when the society allows it. Kaya sabi niya, social environment is the breeding ground for criminality. He believed that a person's social environment, ay naniniwala na si Alexander Lacazette in his school, this is one of the concept, no, that a person's social environment, it affects the brain, it helps shape criminal behavior. So he opposed to Lombroso's idea that crimes comes mainly from inherited traits, no? He accepted that biology matters, but saw social factors as the main cause of crime. Okay? So next is we have this cartographic school. Actually, kung what's this? Kung ilalagay natin yan or isa-isahin natin yung mga concept talaga, mataas talaga na topic yan, no? Let's just summarize, no? To sum it all up, yun yung pinaka-concept, pinaka-thought ng mga schools of thought na ito, no? Alright, so cartographic school of criminology. Okay. Adolf Quetelet, there are one, no? Adolf Quetelet and Andre Michel Gary. This study use social statistical data. Statistics naman ito. And provided important demographic information and the population including density, gender, religious affiliations, and social economic status. Okay? So it studied how crime varies by location. Okay? So it used maps, statistics, no, to show that crime follow patterns, no, merong crime trends, no, and it is affected by social and environmental conditions, no. He believed that it is not, they believe rather that it is not just a chance, no, meron talagang crime, no, crime follows pattern. Okay, say for example, meron tayong mga researchers, no, which those researchers found that crimes happen more often in crowded urban areas. Siyempre, pag urban areas, ano yan, congested, no? Congested yan. And rather than in rural places. According to research, no? Yung mga urban areas, crowded urban areas is mas marami or mas mataas yung rate ng crime doon kaysa sa mga rural places. Okay? So, that is basically true, no? Kasi nga, that is according to some research, no? Okay, yan yung cartographic school of criminology. No? It shows na itong cartographic school idea that crime is true talaga, no? It is influenced by location and environment. Okay? So, madali ang tatandaan nyo lang, basta pag sinabing cartographic school of criminology, it use maps and statistics, no? It use social statistical data. Okay? Next is a classic Chicago School of Criminology. Okay, Chicago School of Criminology. It just wasn't founded. No? It wasn't founded by single person. Robert E. Park and meron ito si Ernest Burgess, no? Okay, what is the correct pronunciation of this? Burgess, no? Okay. So ito yung concept ng Chicago School, no? Crime and social ecological conditions were linked, neighborhood conditions, and not individual pathologies influence and shape the direction of crime rates. No? The Chicago School of Criminology, it focused on how the social environment affects crime. No? It explained that crime increases in areas with poverty. Nag-i-increase yung crime rate doon sa mga areas na, okay, for example, sa mga slums, no? or yung mga mahihirap uh, or mahihirap na mga basically yung what's this, yung place na yan is mga ano ba yung example, squatter, no? Squatter, yung mga sa squatter, mas talamak daw yung krimen, no? Doon sa mga areas na there is poverty or increasing numbers of poverty. And not just that, weak families, no? Poor community ties that is caused by rapid urban growth. That is one of the factors wherein crime increases in such area, no? Okay, so one key ideas from the Chicago School, meron silang tinatawag na zone theory sa Ernest Borges naman to, which divides cities into zones with different crime levels. Okay, the zone in transition is often poor and unstable, and accordingly, it has the highest crime rate. No, that is the concept of the Chicago School of Criminology. All right. Um, thank you so much, everyone, for listening, okay, or for watching the whole video.